The Bookshop of Serendipity. In a small, quiet town nestled between hills and rivers, there was a little bookshop called Serendipity. It was known for its cozy atmosphere, filled with the smell of fresh coffee and the warmth of soft lighting. The owner, Clara, had inherited the shop from her grandmother. Clara was a dreamer, with a love for old stories and the magic they held. One rainy afternoon, as Clara was arranging a new stack of second-hand books, the bell above the door jingled. In walked a man, dripping from the rain, his hair tousled and glasses slightly fogged. He looked around awkwardly, as though he had never set foot in a place like Serendipity before. "Can I help you find something?" Clara asked with a gentle smile, trying not to laugh at the puddle forming at his feet. "I'm looking for a book," he said, pausing to glance at her. His eyes were a curious shade of hazel. One that can explain why people love so recklessly, even when they know it could end badly. Clara's heart skipped a beat, though she didn't know why. There was something in his tone, a mixture of vulnerability and curiosity, that caught her off guard. "You won't find that in just one book," Clara said softly. "But there's plenty that can help you understand it a little better." She led him to the romance section, pointing out a few timeless classics. As he browsed, Clara learned his name was Ethan. He was new to town, working remotely as a freelance writer, and the bookshop had been a spontaneous stop for him on his walk through the rain. Days passed, and Ethan became a regular visitor to Serendipity. Each time he came, they shared more of their stories. Ethan loved to write about people, their flaws, and the way they tried to make sense of life. Clara, on the other hand, loved to live in the stories of others, whether through the books she read or the people who entered her shop. One evening, as the sun set behind the hills, casting a golden hue over the shop, Ethan lingered after everyone else had left. Clara was tidying up, her hands absent-mindedly arranging books while her thoughts wandered to him. They hadn't spoken much that day, but the silence between them was comforting. "You know," Ethan began, leaning against the counter, "I never thought I'd find something real in a place like this." Clara looked up, confused. "What do you mean?" Ethan smiled, his eyes softening. "I came in here looking for answers in books, but I found something more. I think I found you." Clara's breath caught in her throat. She wasn't sure what to say, but her heart was already answering for her, racing with anticipation and joy. Over the following months, their love blossomed, slowly and sweetly. They spent late nights in the shop, talking about life, books, and dreams. They walked by the river, hand in hand, as the seasons changed around them. Serendipity, once a place for lost souls to find stories, became the place where Clara and Ethan wrote their own. Their love was quiet but profound, just like the stories in the books they had once discussed. And in each other, they found the answer to a question neither of them had even thought to ask, that love, even when uncertain, is worth every risk. And so, in the heart of the small town, among the shelves of Serendipity, their story continued, page by page, day by day, with no need for an ending in sight.